Hello, sportsmen. You know, a lot of people ask me how I got started doing an outdoor TV show. Well, the way I started is by spending my time the same way Willis Pratt spends his time, doing outdoor stuff every spare minute. Willis lives on Houghton Lake. His passion is fishing. Now, I don't have any videos of me when I was a kid, but Willis is pretty darn close. Stay tuned. Willis Pratt is going to take us fishing and show us how to be more practical sportsmen. Okay, Willis, which way are we going?
That way.
That way. What's up there?
Fish.
Fish? Okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch of seaweed up there, so the fish hang out under there.
11-year-old Willis Pratt fishes just about every day in the canals, river, and shoreline near his home on Houghton Lake. Now, he's never fished the canals from a boat, so this trip was a treat for him. But I've never had an 11-year-old fishing guide, so this trip was a treat for me. I was there to learn from Willis, so I did what he said and followed his lead. As far as I was concerned, he was the captain of this boat.
Now to catch us some fish. Go straight back that way.
So what's this kid all about?
Right here.
Fishing.
Man.
He wakes up in the morning fishing, goes to bed at night fishing. That's just what he does.
And he was that way since he was 5?
Yeah, forever. As soon as we taught him how to fish, that's what he wanted to do. You can't keep him out of it.
Okay, so I can cut it off?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll knock it off here.
If we don't catch anything up here, we'll go up farther to the seawall and see if we can catch something like right at the end of that seaweed where it starts.
Okay, now this wind is going to make us drift. Do you think we should throw the anchor out?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get it up here. I'm the anchor man. Ooh, fairly deep in here.
I mainly catch bluegills and perch.
How do you decide what you're going to fish for? Or do you just...
I just fish.
Oh, you just fish and up here...
I catch whatever I catch.
Okay. Well, what technique do you use then? Most of the time, the worm and the bobber?
Yeah.
So this crawler you say I should cut in half?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just pinch it in half and...
Yeah, and then usually the fatter part and leave a little tail like that.
Okay. The fatter part,
And then you leave
and you leave a little tail hanging. Do I hook it through once or twice or how many times?
Hook it twice and then let me see.
Hook it twice and then let you see.
Yep.
Okay. There's once. There's twice.
Yep, that's good.
That's good?
Yep.
I got the seal of approval. You got a fish?
No. It's just so
Oh, just letting the line out. Now, do I cast it out or?
Yeah.
Okay, like yay. What's a good day?
Like when it's cloudy like this. Because when it's sunny, the water's all warm and it's hot and it's all at the bottom.
Okay, so it's better to fish on a cloudy day. What about morning or evening?
Those are the best times. Because at evening, the bugs are all out and they're all eating and everything.
And what about the early morning?
I've never really fished in the morning, so I don't know.
Oh, the first thing I found here that would be like a normal kid. You mean you sleep in?
Till about 9 o'clock, 8, 9 o'clock, and then about noon I go fishing.
Okay, how late do you fish at night?
9 o'clock.
Or just till the sun goes down?
Yeah.
What time you go to bed at night?
Well, at school, when at school time, I usually go to 9, and then when on the weekends, I usually go at midnight.
What do you do between 9 and midnight?
Watch TV and play Nintendo.
Oh, but you do have plenty of time to get outdoors, because an awful lot of kids spend all of their time watching TV and playing Nintendo.
Exactly. I go down on the docks and catch fish if I can't go down to the canal.
So how do you keep yourself restrained to only do a couple hours of TV and Nintendo?
I just rather fish. It's fun. Watching TV is just boring.
So where do you fish when you fish this canal from the shore?
Right there, and right there, and then I got, see that yellow house down there?
Mm-hmm.
There's a brown house after it, and then the white house, and then the green house, and I fish out of those too.
Oh. So how do you know those people, or all these people who you fish with?
I just come around and ask if I can fish on their property, and then they say yeah.
What about these other people? They say no?
Oh yeah, they're kind of old, and grumpy people. So.
Probably about my age.
No, a little
No?
older.
Older?
Yeah, they're probably in their 80s. And they're afraid I'm gonna fall in or something. So they say no, I can't fish here.
You want to go out to your perch hole?
Sure.
Where is it? Or do you want to fish the Cut River?
Well, you want to try the Cut River first?
What do you want to do? Which would be better?
Let's try the river.
Okay. Not very deep, huh? So what should we use in here?
Worms.
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 Back when we take the jig off, right?
Yeah.
Jig off, worms on.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'd say that took you about 30 seconds of fishing.
That's just a teeny one there.
A teeny little largemouth?
Yeah.
Yep. That's how it's done, Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can
I'm the
see.
Bassmaster now.
I'm not going to catch anything unless I get hooking. How do you learn all your techniques and all this stuff about fishing?
Practice.
Do you watch any of the fishing shows on TV?
Yeah.
Or?
Quite a few of them.
What? What's so funny about that?
Every Saturday morning, I won't let them watch cartoons or nothing. I'm always watching fishing shows.
And Sunday.
And Sunday?
And Sunday.
No, because they're not on Sunday. They're only Saturday.
Saturday.
Do you see him?
Yeah. He comes after
Oh,
it. Look
there
at
he
him.
is.
Look at him. Look at him. Come on, bluegill.
There he goes.
Yeah, he's right after yours. No? Right under the boat.
Little turd.
Oh, he's looking at it. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, there's a bigger one right down there.
Oh, he's going after mine.
Is he?
Got him.
You do got him. Yes, you do.
Told you.
You took him right out from under my nose, Willis. Well, there we go.
You got one. He's not even hooked.
Look at, he isn't even hooked. He's just holding on to the worm. Look at that. He doesn't want to let go of that worm. Let go, Jack. I want that worm
Or
back.
else you won't come back.
Isn't that something? Catching the fish without hooking him.
I did that other time.
No,
So,
that's
what
good.
do you read any books or read any magazines or anything, or?
Only the Cabela's when we get them.
Oh, the wish books.
Yep.
So you don't subscribe to Field and Stream and Outdoor Life and.
Why read when you can go catch them?
You know what I do for a living?
Make the books.
Yeah, I make the books. Well, anyway. You know, that's something that there are some pretty good size ones right down here in the shallow water. That's pretty neat. I'm going to use a smaller bait, though. Don't you think that'd be a good idea? Captain?
That was a big perch.
Yeah. Back we go. How does he feel about releasing fish? Does he just catch so many of them that it doesn't matter? A lot of kids,
Yeah.
if they catch a fish, that
A lot of times I'll tell him that there's too many to clean. We've got plenty in the freezer, so he'll just catch them and bring home the stories. That's usually his better days, is when he brings home the stories.
Well, you think I'll hear any stories while we're fishing?
Oh, I'm sure of that. I have no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Whoa, there's one.
So what does it take to catch fish?
Got him.
I see. Well, I guess I just have to watch you and
Rock
not ask
bass.
you. It's a rock bass?
Yep.
So let's see, we've got perch, bluegill, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, and rock bass. That's 5 species so far. That's pretty cool. And back he goes.
It's fine. Cast it over there and catch me another one. I catch a lot of them over there. What lure you like best out of there?
Out of this tackle box?
Yeah.
This tackle box, I like the Basserino because it's a classic lure. My favorite lures for spoons are Williams Wobblers.
Yeah, it's my ice fishing lure.
I mean, these are big Williams Wobblers, and they're good for your big fish.
Yep.
But this little Williams Wobbler,
It's for my walleye.
that's for your walleye.
When you ice fish, it's good for walleye.
Yeah, I like Williams
There's another
Wobblers.
one.
See, I just fished through.
Got another one.
I just fished through the tackle box here, and Willis will bring in the fish. Now, what is that one?
Another rock bass.
Another rock bass. But it's not a bad one.
But it's got those little eggs on them. Little black eggs. That's what I don't like about this river. Every fish in here has them except for the walleye, and sometimes bass don't.
Where did you get that rod and reel?
Got it for Christmas.
Ah.
This is the best reel I've ever had so far.
Except that it isn't left-handed.
Yeah.
But other than that, what kind of reel is that?
Shakespeare.
And you just crank it backwards with your right hand. Of course, the right hand is kind of a silly thing anyway, right?
Yep.
Left hand is bad. Ooh, you had a big bluegill right underneath it.
Yeah. So I can get him.
My favorite food?
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
That's one of mine too. I like corn dogs mostly.
Do you like chili and stuff on them, or cheese, or onions?
No. That's for hot dogs.
I thought you'd like pizza.
I'm not too crazy about it.
Do you like eating fish?
Yep.
How often do you eat them?
I'll put me another sink.
Yeah, when he catches them and brings them home.
Then we
The
clean them
trout,
and eat them.
we cooked salmon on the grill the other night.
Yeah, it's good too.
I got a big one. Well, a bigger one.
Biggest one yet today, so far.
Well, it will be if I get it in the boat. See, it's not in the boat yet, Willis. You know that
Yeah.
story.
Oh, no, you don't got the biggest one yet.
You got it?
Yeah.
You do. He's got a bass.
Does he?
I think it's a bass.
Yeah, it is.
Smallmouth?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Well, this bluegill will not be the biggest one of the day. Look at that. I tell you,
Did you hear that worm go pow?
every time we pull in fish together, his is about twice as big as mine.
Oh.
There's a little bluegill.
Ouch.
Ouch!
Ah.
What are you ouching about?
He moved in it.
Ah, it's just great to be out here.
Yep.
You like doing homework?
No. I don't think anybody does.
Look at the shoes you got on here.
Yep, rubber boots.
Rubber boots?
That's all he'll wear.
Yeah, I love
That's
these
all you
things.
wear?
Yeah, 'cause then if it's like a shore that you can walk in, then
What
they're
about all the
waterproof.
Adidas and Nike and all that stuff?
I don't wear those things. I'm not fancy.
All he wants is those rubber boots. He wears them with shorts and
I love 'em.
everything.
Well, they're very, very practical. Tell you
Yep.
that.
I think he more got into fishing because there aren't a lot of kids his age around here.
Yeah.
So it was just,
Yeah, but your other friends, the ones that are your age, aren't
Well, I've
fishing.
only got one that lives around here, and then the other ones live like 5 miles away.
Well, now, what about, go ahead, swing around there, Maddie. We have a couple nice young ladies there
Well, the
that you could fish with.
one with the blonde hair is my sister, and she don't like to fish. But the
Yeah.
black-haired girl, she's my sister's friend. And
The
I don't
black-haired
play with
girl?
her. Yep.
Does she have a name?
Sam.
Sam. Okay, but you don't take them fishing?
They never want to.
Oh,
He doesn't like girls. We've already discussed
I
that.
didn't either.
We've already discussed that he does not like girls.
And that didn't surprise
And he doesn't
you.
want me to go fishing. Usually he just wants him and Bob in the boat.
Oh, okay. He'll change his tune, you know
Yeah, that's
that.
what we keep telling him. He says, nope. No, he won't.
So you're 11,
Yep. Almost 12.
almost 12, almost a teenager.
Yeah.
So what about girls?
Don't like them.
What's the matter with them?
I don't know. I just don't like them.
Well, that black-haired girl there, that's Sam. Now, she was pretty cute. Yeah, I want to hear you in a couple years. Well, Willis says he doesn't like girls or pizza or Nikes or Adidas. He says he just likes to fish. His attitudes are noble for an 11-year-old, but they're likely to change by the time he's 16. He'll probably start thinking of the black-haired girl as a brunette who he might want to take fishing. Now, that wouldn't surprise anybody. But if it happens, it'll be a few years off. For now, Willis Pratt would rather fish on a Thursday night, no matter what's on TV.
That's cool. We can go till probably 9, 10 o'clock after dark. That's when they bite best. It's like at the dark time.
Then we have to get back indoors and watch TV and do Nintendo till midnight?
No.
Today's Thursday. You know what show?
Oh, Thursday. You know what we're going to miss while we're fishing?
Your show.
Yeah, but I mean...
Oh, well.
Yeah, well, good point.
Well, hey, we rather fish, don't we?
That's right. That's right. That's the whole idea.
Yep.
Fishing with Willis was fun because he wasn't obsessed with catching trophy fish or a limit of fish. He was focused on what fishing is supposed to be about, having fun. Now, you don't need expensive equipment to catch fish. In fact, you don't really need special equipment. Live bait, a small hook, a cheap rod and reel can catch lots of fish. Now, if you do happen to get lucky and catch a big one, you might as well enter it into the DNR's Master Angler program or into the Marbles Fishing Awards, which we administer through the TV show. The way the Marbles Awards works is that you'll get a certificate and an embroidered patch for for registering a fish that meets the minimum requirements. Now, we publish these requirements right here in our magazine, along with an entry form. And to make things simple, the Marble Awards just goes by length. You catch a bluegill that's 10 inches or a smallmouth bass that's 20 inches, northern pike that's 40 inches, you'll qualify for an award. Now, as an award winner, you'll get an invitation to our awards banquet in the winter where we videotape our trophy tales for the TV show. And if you send in a photo, you'll get a free membership to the Practical Sportsman. And if your photo is good, you might end up on TV or in the trophy book in the magazine. But remember, fishing is for fun, and these awards are just for fun. No big prizes, just recognition. Now, if you really want to have fun, you ought to use Hellgrammites for bait. Last week, I showed you a trip we took last summer with Pat Witherell and Dave Koster of Grand Rapids. We were fishing for smallmouth bass on a river that's in the Grand Rapids area. Now, I don't want to pinpoint it, because you can find fishing holes like this all over the state. They're small, they're special to the people who fish them. And if you want to find places like this, get a map book and look around. That's how fishermen find their special spots. Now, the smallmouth bass were biting on this evening in June, but the bite of a smallmouth isn't anything that can hurt you. What we were using for bait, though, is a different story. Our bait did bite. According to many bass fishermen, one of the best baits you can use for smallmouth bass is a Hellgrammite. Now, a Hellgrammite is the larva of a winged insect called the Dobson fly. This larva lives on the bottom of rocky streams. Fishermen gather Hellgrammites by rolling over rocks and letting the Hellgrammites drift into a net. Hellgrammites are about 3 inches long, and they are ugly. There's no doubt about that. Now, this drawing of a Hellgrammite is from the book Fly Fishing for Dummies. The dangerous part of a Hellgrammite is its mouth. It looks like big pinchers, but they're used to bite and chew its food. Now, here's a photo of a Dobson fly that we got off the internet. Now, the fly also has the big chewing mouth. The mouth of the male Dobson fly can grow quite elongated. Now, that mouth probably can't hurt you, but the Hellgrammite, the larva, has a chewing mouth that can chew a hole in your thumb. That's what a Hellgrammite did to me. God dang! Whoa! Oh, you bet that hurt. I've never had a bug bite me and draw so much blood. Pat Witherell says that you pick up a Hellgrammite from behind and you have to grab its head, otherwise it can bend around and bite you. Once you've got the Hellgrammite by the head, take your fish hook and slip it under the collar that's just behind its head. It'll slip under there easily. That keeps the Hellgrammite alive, and the hook is exposed so you can hook a bass that picks up the Hellgrammite for a meal. Now, they stay on your hook really well, and I often caught 3 or 4 bass on one Hellgrammite. Fish the Hellgrammite right on the bottom. You can use a small split-shot sinker, pinched on the line up a foot or so for a little weight, but just let the Hellgrammite roll over the bottom in the current. Now, Hellgrammites will try to grab rocks and branches in the stream. That might feel like a fish is nibbling when it's just a Hellgrammite trying to hang on to something. The point of the hook, though, is facing up, and it doesn't get snagged as often as you might think. It's either a fish or a stick. It's a stick. I caught a stick. The good news is I still have the Hellgrammite. So the Hellgrammite grabs the stick, huh? That was...
I didn't see that.
Yeah, look at that. See how they can grab? See, so that's what it'll do on the bottom. It'll grab hold of something like that and get you snagged. See, it's pulling against the hook. It's got those pinchers there. So, yeah, he's hanging right onto that stick. I mean, I'm pulling. Isn't that something? They are just the darndest things. Cute little buggers, aren't they? I think they're only cute to mother Hellgrammites. I haven't found any person who thinks they're attractive, but smallmouth bass do. And when I was just goofing around in the shallow water, I found that crayfish find them attractive too. He's got the Hellgrammite. He's pulling on it. Look at that. That sometimes, you know, when you think you have a fish on, you got a crawdad there grabbing it, like that's doing right there. It wants it bad. It knows it's there. Wants it in the worst way. There he comes. So some way that crawdad must eat the bait. I mean, it's got to have a mouth and it's got to eat. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? The things you see in the stream. So we're standing here with bare legs. I don't know why. That's the Hellgrammite. Even though it's ugly, smallmouth bass love it. But always remember, the Hellgrammite has a heck of a bite. Since I first put Hellgrammites on the air, I've heard a lot of people say that they don't want to go wading in any water that has them. Well, I have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that Hellgrammites are very common in streams, especially where there's fast, clear water, you know, where you wouldn't expect to find something so ugly and sinister. But they're actually very common in Michigan. But the good news is they don't attack. They stay under rocks. They'll only bite you if, you know, you try to pick them up like I did. Now, most people never even see them. Hellgrammites are nothing to worry about, but they do make great bait for smallmouth bass. I'm going to put that story on the air where Pat Witherall introduced me to Hellgrammites, where we caught bass and a snapping turtle. That'll be coming up September 2nd, the last show just before we start the new fall season. In the meantime, enjoy the summer, spend as much time outdoors as you possibly can. It's a great place to be. See you next week. So what about girls?
Don't like them.
What's the matter with them?
I don't know, I just don't like them.
Well, that black-haired girl there, that's Sam. Now, she was pretty cute. Yeah, I want to hear you in a couple years. Well, Willis says he doesn't like girls or pizza or Nikes or Adidas. Says he just likes to fish. His attitudes are noble for an 11-year-old, but they're likely to change by the time he's 16. He'll probably start thinking of the black-haired girl as a brunette who he might want to take fishing. Now, that wouldn't surprise anybody. But if it happens, it'll be a few years off. For now, Willis Pratt would rather fish on a Thursday night, no matter what's on TV.
That's cool. We can go till probably 9, 10 o'clock after dark. That's when they bite best. It's like at the dark time.
Then we have to get back indoors and watch TV and do Nintendo till midnight?
No.
Today's Thursday.
You know what show?
Oh,
on
Thursday. You know what we're going to miss while we're fishing?
Your show.
Yeah, but I mean...
Oh, well.
What was, yeah.